Welcome back, you scoundrels, to Let's Build the Ultimate Theme Park. My name's AttackingTucans, and we're back to the Toucan Kingdom. The park has been resting for a couple months. You know, business has been slow, it's quarantine, it's just how it is. But sometimes during quarantine, you have to decide, let's get back into productivity. So here we are, and we're gonna come back to the kid area we started last episode, which is Mario themed. Very inspired by the new Universal Studios section that they opened up in Universal, Japan. And I was looking at this, and I got really frustrated. I decided I did not like the layout of what I created. It just felt way too busy and messy. So I deleted pretty much everything. Got rid of the train, deleted the paths, and I threw our kids' rides into the trash. The main reason I did this is I had much bigger plans for this kid area. I was thinking to myself, this is a Mario theme section, and you can have go-karts that you're able to drive yourself. I was like, maybe I can put some small Mario Kart track. And then the idea came to me. There's already a Mario Kart track that takes place in a theme park. It's the really famous, yet infamous at the same time, kind of. I don't really know. I personally love it. It's Baby Park, a Mario Kart track that was formerly introduced on Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube, and then it was recreated in Mario Kart 8 with a new type of zest. And that is the version that I'm going to try to be recreating today for our theme park, because the Mario Kart 8 version of Baby Park is much prettier. The Double Dash version will always hold a special place in my heart because the GameCube was my childhood console, and I probably played Mario Kart Double Dash more than any other Mario Kart game. But I personally want our theme park to be as pretty as possible, so I chose the prettier version, which is Mario Kart 8. So Baby Park has these gigantic cylindrical metal pipes above the track that have different type of decorations and banners. And then there's a roller coaster that runs through the middle of the track, which I'm gonna try to recreate as best as possible, but I'm not going to perfectly match that. But yeah, Baby Park is the smallest Mario Kart track in the franchise, which is very convenient because we didn't have a lot of space to build this ride, so it actually ended up working perfectly. And on this track, you have to finish 7 laps in order to win. And these laps can get pretty insane because you'll have 12 players all driving around, throwing items all over the place, and after you get through a couple laps, there's just a bunch of items all over the track. It's so condensed, and you're going over the same space over and over again, so the bananas are able to stack up. There's shells flying everywhere. It's a good old time. It's pretty much Mario Kart madness, and has become a fan favorite for many people who like the Mario Kart franchise. And now I'm going to take a short break from working on that ride to kind of replace some of the infrastructure and paths for this kids section, because I deleted all of it. I did not like how I had it set up. We had that train wrapping around this whole section, and then we had the path going over the train, and it was stairs, so it wasn't wheelchair accessible, so it was a little hard to access. And usually it's the grandparents that take the kids to the kidlands while the young adults go and ride the thrill rides, and the grandparents wouldn't want to have to walk up these stairs and downstairs to get to the kids section, so I had to redo it. Since we have so much Mario scenery, I decided that I'm going to simplify this area as far as how many rides we have and focus on making sure the decorations we have are perfect. So we're just going to have one kid ride in here, and it's going to be the scrambled eggs. Then we'll have the go-karts, the Mario roller coaster, and we're going to have one building that's going to be like a gift shop / restaurant that you go through after you ride the roller coaster. And I'm super excited to be working on this section of the park right when Universal opened up the new Nintendo section in Universal, because I've been able to see some footage of that section and gather some inspiration. They have so many cool models and animatronics and different moving pieces in their Nintendo world. It seems like when you go there, you're pretty much a part of a real-life video game, and that just seems so exciting. I can't wait till I can eventually go. It's gonna be like a dream come true. The footage of the Mario Land almost seems like it's unreal. Whenever you see footage of people there, it sometimes looks like they're in front of a green screen. It feels like this is Miyamoto's magnum opus, getting to truly see his creations be transformed into real life. But the fact that this man created this fictional universe, and he's been entertaining a few generations now with this creation, watching him walk through this recreation of the Mario universe is just almost chilling. It makes me so happy for him. It's inspiring, honestly. I don't think very many people get to walk through recreations of fictional universes they recreated. And we have to just talk about how cute it was whenever he was taking a picture with Mario and Luigi, and then to part ways with them, he said that he had to go because Dad's busy. It's just so pure. It makes me so happy. So the next thing we're doing is I am building a roller coaster track that sort of weaves in between the structure of the baby park track that we built. And unfortunately, this will not be a functional roller coaster. I'm not going to have a cart running on it. It is just going to be a track used for decoration because we really didn't have enough space to have any carts on this track, but I think that's fine. I think that would be a little bit too much if we had another full functional roller coaster going through all of this. Something else I noticed while looking at a picture of Baby Park is on the Mario Kart 8 version, you can see Luigi's Mansion in the background, hinting that they have a Luigi's Mansion themed ride in the actual Baby Park itself. I wonder if that park is actually called Baby Park, or if that's just the name of the track. I hope the name of the whole theme park isn't Baby Park, unless I guess all the rides are for babies, like Weenie Hut Jr. But a Haunted Mansion ride is one of the last things that we need to build in this theme park because we don't have a haunted house, and the ultimate theme park needs a haunted house, so we'll eventually get to that. We have the main frame for the track, so now we're going to add some decorations to spruce it up and really get it popping. I want this go-kart track to be absolutely stunning. It needs to be exquisite, state-of-the-art. It needs to get heads snapping, so that's what we're going to be doing here. And I think it's worth mentioning that the Nintendo World also has a Mario Kart ride, but apparently the thing is very heavy with the use of augmented reality, so it's really hard for people to get actual footage of being on ride. But I've seen like little snippets and it seems very interactive, and like one of those things that you pretty much have to ride in person in order to get the experience. Another little interesting thing that they added are these little bracelets that you put on your wrist that have QR codes on them, and you tap them against different objects in the Nintendo world in order to rack up points, and it kind of makes the theme park its own little playable video game, and you can activate different things around the land by tapping your bracelet against them. They even have some mini games that they showed off in the direct that Nintendo created for the theme park. I'm unsure how I really feel about that addition to the park. I guess I think it's neat that the park is more interactive, that they're trying to find a way to turn a theme park into a video game, but the implementation seems a little bit lackluster. But my judgment can't really be taken fully because I've only seen a couple instances of it being used, and that was in the Nintendo Direct video. I'm sure there's some really cool implementation if you go to the actual park itself. And currently, I'm in the process of adding various Mario-themed models around to decorate even more. And I'm placing these blocks, and I'm coloring them in the same pattern that they have in the Mario Kart games. This red, blue, yellow, green pattern. I think it makes a nice little barrier. Again, shout out to the creators who make some of these objects and put them onto the Theme Maker's Toolkit on the Steam Workshop. You can use all these items yourself if you download them there. Just go to the Steam Workshop, go to the Theme Maker's Toolkit, and just type in Mario, and you can find lots of great objects there. And then the area where you wait in line for this ride is going to be themed as a garage. Nothing too special. We'll just have some like spare tires, some barrels of oil, and I have this really cool Mario Kart model that I downloaded, and I'm able to put on the Mario Kart 8 wheels, the ones that turn to the side for anti-gravity. We can have those on there so they look nice and shiny. And so I'm going to try to make this not too distracting. I want the main focus to be Baby Park in the back, but I had to have something that's sort of relevant to kart racing, and I felt like a garage kind of worked, and we had the pieces to bring it all together. And for today's comment question of the day, I'm going to ask you guys, what is your favorite Mario Kart track out of any of the Mario Kart games, and why? Mine's probably DK Mountain from Double Dash, which has been pretty much re-implemented into most of the Mario Kart games. But I think that one's like a majority of people's favorites, and I just like that one because the terrain goes up a whole entire mountain and down it again, and there's just so many little sections to it, and it's so much fun to go down the mountain while there's boulders rolling down. I don't know, I think it's great. And then another cool item that I got is these blocks that look like the blocks from Mario Bros. 3, which have a really sharp and recognizable style. And we're going to sprinkle those, some warp pipes, and some trees around this scrambled eggs ride to pull it together. We're not going to do anything too crazy to this ride. I think this basic scenery kind of does the job. Oh, we also have these blue hill pieces that I've been placing around. I placed them behind the Mario roller coaster, and it really makes the background have a lot more depth to it. We did have the train wrapping around this whole area and going behind the Mario coaster, and that just didn't work, I'll admit. But now that we have these blue hills sprawling behind them, I feel like this area is much more scenic. I'm just super thankful for all these Mario pieces in the first place. They're all so cool, so neat. Okay, let's place some of these 2D mushroom decals on the walls of the gift shop. We have some 1-up mushrooms and some super mushrooms. A little bit of a funny story A few days ago, I was watching my friend play Mario Maker, and she hit a block, and a purple mushroom came out. And she got so excited. She was like, oh my god, I love purple. I didn't know there was purple ones. She got so excited and ran straight into the mushroom and then died, not realizing that the purple mushrooms are poisonous. And it was just so funny watching somebody not understand how purple mushrooms work. And before being able to warn her, she just ends up committing seppuku. But it was just so funny seeing somebody not understand them, getting super excited, running straight into the mushroom, and then hearing... Good times, good times. And then also, we're building a Mario Kart track. It makes me want to bring up, where the heck is Mario Kart 9? Mario Kart 8 came out for the Wii U in March 2014. It's almost been 7 years, and we have the newest Nintendo console that's sold like hotcakes, and all we'd have is a slight remake of Mario Kart 8? Seriously, we need Mario Kart 9. Or is Nintendo going to follow the Apple route, skip the 9, and go straight to Mario Kart 10? Or maybe they'll consider the iPhone Mario Kart game, World Tour, to be the 9th one, and then the 10th one will be the one of the Switch, or the Switch Pro. It'll probably come out whenever they announce the Switch Pro, which everybody is guessing is going to come out this year. Hopefully. I hope we get a Switch Pro this year. And maybe that can get a console port of Planet Coaster on top of that. Because I'm not getting a PS5, but I would get a Switch Pro. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn into nighttime and light up this world. We gotta make the Mario Land look super nice during the nighttime, because we're making every part of the park look good during the nighttime. The park's open 24 hours, 7 days a week. So we gotta make sure it looks sparkly during the nighttime. Now, on a more unrelated note, something I wanted to talk about is I also made my computer better in between episodes, not by improving or replacing any parts or components of my computer, but just by updating some settings in my BIOS options. So pretty much what I did is I went to this website called userbenchmark.com, and I'll actually link to it in the description if you want to use this website yourself. It allows you to download this free little program that'll do a benchmark testing your computer and test all of the pieces in your computer, and then it gives you a rating on how good each piece is, like your hard drives, your motherboard, your RAM, your CPU, your GPU, all of that. And then it gives you a score based on how good all of your components run together. Now, my score was a little bit lower than it potentially should have been, and I looked at the individual components, and it was because something was wrong with my RAM. Now, I only have 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is enough, but not a whole lot, but I was having some troubles with my memory, so it showed up in the benchmark test that my RAM wasn't reaching its full capability. So I told my friend about it, and he helped me go into my BIOS settings, and I turned on this feature related to my RAM that allowed it to run to its full potential. And my benchmark test went from this score all the way up to this score. It went past 100%, and I'm like, dang, so my computer hasn't even been running to its full potential this whole time. And then I pulled up Planet Coaster and it ran even better, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I could have had Planet Coaster running this much better the past year and a half if I would have just known about this setting that was turned off. It was a little bit disappointing, but at the same time it's fixed now, so we're running strong, baby. But yeah, like I said, I'll put in the description a link to the benchmark test if you want to try it out yourself, because it's pretty informative and I learned a lot about my computer. I'm aware that having 16 gigabytes of RAM is still a little bit low, but that is the next thing that I plan to upgrade, is adding another 16 or maybe 32 gigabytes. For those of you who are tech savvy, what would you recommend? 16 more gigabytes, or should I just get 32 gigabytes and go all for it? And getting more memory, would that help this game run even faster? It seems like it should logically, but I'm not sure from a tech standpoint if it actually would, because computers sometimes are just confusing and don't make any sense, and sometimes I try to wrap my head around them, but then I have a mental breakdown and I take a nap instead. And I'm aware that lighting everything up right now is a little bit repetitive work and isn't the most entertaining thing, but at the same time it is bringing this whole place together and making it really pop. The lighting in Planet Coaster was one of the things I loved about this game from the very start, and even 4 years later, I'm still in love with the lighting system. The light looks really good. It does diffuse a little bit too quickly in my opinion, but it's still very dynamic, and that's all I really care about. But while we work on this, I'll give you guys a little bit of a heads up onto what we're going to work on next episode. Next episode, we're going to take a break from this Mario world. We're going to go back to the park entrance, where we had our inverted impulse model Element coaster. And we're going to build that up and decorate that and make it look way nicer. And I'm also going to build a really nice hotel and resort We only have one hotel in this park right now. We need to put another one at the park entrance because, I don't know, people need some options as to where they stay. We have the hotel in the French Riviera, but that's not quite cutting it in my opinion. And then the episode after that, I'm going to entirely focus to decorating and working on things that we've already started and just going into pure polish mode and trying to just get some work done. I have so many little things I need to do to this park, and I need to make an extra episode just focusing on that. And wow, look at how handsome this Mario castle is looking. Oh, and also these little hills with the eyeballs. Aw, so studly. Our handsome little hills. They grow up so fast. It's kind of funny how we have to have an individual light to light up every single one of these scenery pieces, or else it pretty much is invisible during the nighttime. But it makes sense. And you know, the night is dark. What can I say? You can quote me on that. The night is dark. Attacking Toucans 2021. And I know it kind of seems like the episode is starting to wind down, but I can assure you that we're going to build one more really cool looking thing towards the end of this episode, so it's worth staying around until we build that. Just saying. Okay, I'm building a small little concrete platform for this coaster to be grounded into. Like I said, we're not making this coaster actually runnable, so it's just gonna pop out of the ground and run through the baby cart track. But all right, last major thing that we're gonna build this episode. I'm gonna excavate 2 small holes that we're gonna be filling with water, and then I'm gonna be putting some warp pipes all around here, and I'm gonna be building an entrance styled around warp pipes, and we're gonna have some warp pipes popping out of the water here, and we're gonna have fountains coming out of them. I wanted to have a more grandiose entrance to this Mario world, and I felt like a big warp pipe entryway with some warp pipe fountains was the best way to do it. It's gonna look really good. Can't wait for you guys to see this thing finished. And then, as far as the naming goes for this sub area of the theme park, I think I'm gonna name it Super Mario Land. The one at Universal is called Super Mario World, so this can be the land version. It's kind of how they have Disney World and then Disneyland. Man, there are so many similarities between Nintendo and Disney. I mean, Nintendo was kind of the video game version, but we do have Super Mario 3D Land and the Super Mario 3D World. That's completely copying the Disneyland, Disney World whole schematics. I'm not surprised that Miyamoto was influenced by Walt Disney though, because he's kind of like the Japanese version, but with video games instead of movies. And I kind of find it interesting how Disney sticks to just making movies, and Nintendo sticks to just making video games. Like, Disney's tried to make a couple video games, and Nintendo's made a couple movies, but for the most part, they just like stick to their own lane. They don't try to do the other medium, which is kind of respectable. But I'm also kind of interested if either company will eventually start to really branch out and try to take on other lanes with one of their IPs. Now, currently these piranha plants are snapping really, really fast. But fortunately, I can go into the settings and select an option to have it play every X amount of seconds, and I can set the animation to play less frequently, so the chomps aren't just non-stop. They're still happening pretty frequently because this footage is sped up really fast, but they look much better when it's slowed down. And we're gonna have a quick fly-through of everything we've built so far. Baby Park is looking pretty good. I can't wait to have it completely finished. And so is this Mario coaster. I think it's going to take like one more episode to fully finish this Mario Land, because we haven't quite finished up the second half of the coaster or the inside of the station. But I'm really happy with what we did this episode. We actually got quite a bit done. We built the whole entire Mario Kart track, we decorated it, we decorated the Scrambled Eggs ride, we built a new gift shop, built an entrance, and we also lit the whole entire thing up. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. We're still going to spend a couple more minutes on this episode just adding some fine little details, some decorations, some landscaping, just to pull it all together before we move on to the next thing. We are going to come back to this in a couple episodes, but I wanted to work on some other things that I have in mind. But let's throw some benches in here, some trash cans. I already put in some lamps. I can't wait to see what this area is going to be like once we have a lot of guests walking through it. It's going to be awesome. But as we near the end of the episode, I just want to say thank you for watching the whole video. If you've been watching through, if you're one of the new people who have been binging this series, welcome. I'm sorry that it's been a while since I've uploaded the most recent video, but I'm going to try to put some newer videos up for the series ASAP for all of the new people that have started watching it over the past couple months. I hope life is treating you guys okay. I hope you're doing alright during the quarantine or whatnot. This year's been pretty crazy, but we're all in this together. I can't wait till things open back up. Hopefully we can go to theme parks again in the future because I miss those terribly. I've been very blessed to have so many good video games. Over the past few months I've been gaming quite a bit. I'm going to actually try to upload some more videos about all the gaming that I do in the near future because I need to be more disciplined with some of my YouTube stuff because I want to take it more seriously because I like YouTube. I hope you guys are also able to reach some of your goals and find motivation throughout these times because it can be pretty hard, but I believe in you guys. And I also hope that you guys playing Planet Coaster on the console version. I hope you guys have been enjoying yourself. I know there's a lot of new Planet Coaster players out there. I've definitely seen like an influx of it on the videos for this game since the new game has come out. I'm thinking about putting up some videos in the near future with some Planet Coaster tips for all the new players because I have a lot of information and knowledge I feel like I could share. And I feel like since there's a lot of people who have watched this series, people would probably want to hear some of my advice because they've seen a lot of stuff that I've been able to create. And it'd just be nice to have like one video of like all my Planet Coaster wisdom. I'm Uncle Tyler and I have a lot of parables and Planet Coaster proverbs. I should literally call the video that, the Planet Coaster Proverbs. And I'm also aware the sign says Mario World. I'm going to change this to Mario Land in the future. I just decided to call it Super Mario Land later. But this is it. This is what we have after the progress of this episode. We're still going to have to finish the station up, but things are looking pretty good. Especially with this lighting. Like, the sunset combined with all the lights that we just added, this place is just looking very toony and very bright. And I'm sure any kid that went here would freaking fall in love with this place. Hell, adults too. Come on, this place is cool. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please help me out by hitting that thumbs up button. It really comes in handy. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.